With the NHL season being 44 days away, as of recording this video, the NHL season cannot come fast enough. So I wanted to bring you guys my bold predictions for the 2017-2018 NHL season. Now keep in mind, these are bold predictions. This will probably never happen. They're a little bit off the wall, but I think it'd be fun to make. So let's get into this thing. I want to hear your guys' opinion in the comments as well. Do you agree with my crazy predictions, or do you think I'm completely out to lunch? I'm probably out to lunch, but let's get this thing underway. Let's go. Bold prediction number 1, Jack Eichel will break out this year. I have Jack Eichel getting 83 points, 38 goals, 45 helpers. I think Eichel is going to be on another level this year. I think Eichel is going to be the man, and he's going to break out 38 goals. I don't think he's going to hit 40, not quite yet, but I think Eichel's going to have a monster year. Speaking of breakout players, I think Jonathan Drouin is going to be another breakout player this year. Had a pretty good year last year, but since being traded to Montreal, he is a hometown boy. I think he's going to explode on the scene in Montreal. I have him scoring 34 goals, 36 helpers for 70 points. Now, I think he's really going to prove why he was drafted 3rd overall behind Barkov and Nathan MacKinnon. So I think that is going to be Drouin's year. I have him getting 70 points. I know I'm going to get killed in the comments for this, but I don't think Austin Matthews will hit 40 goals this year. I think he's going to get 30 to 35, which is good, but I don't think he's going to hit that 40 mark. I know a lot of Leaf fans are like, oh, he's going to get 50. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to get around 30 to 35, which is still really good. He's not getting 40 this year. I think this is going to be the last year that Daniel and Henrik Sedin play for the Canucks. It hurts me on the inside, but they're too slow. They're getting old. It's just that time. They're going to call it quits after this year. One more year in the basement, and the Twins are gone.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Going kind of off the wall here, I think Jordan Eberle is going to score 35 goals. Yes, you heard me right. Eberle's scoring 35 with John Tavares. I think Tavares and Eberle are just going to go perfect together. Peanut butter and jelly. I think Jordan Eberle is going to kill it this year. Nikolai Ehlers, Mark Scheifele, and Patrick Laine will be the best line in hockey this year. Yes, will be the best line this year. Steven Stamkos has a point to prove. He's going to score 40 goals minimum. The Vegas Golden Knights won't be as bad as people think. I don't even have them in the bottom 3. I think they're going to be decent. Well, not decent, but they're not going to be as bad as people think. Now on to individual awards. I'm going to fly through this. I got the Norris going to Victor Hedman because why not? The guy is an absolute animal. He was very close to winning it last year. He had a ridiculous year. I'm expecting big things out of Victor Hedman. He's my favorite defenseman in the NHL. I think he's going to clean up this year. The Rocket Richard Trophy is going to go to Patrick Laine. I said he is going to be a part of the best line in hockey, and I mean that. I think he's going to score close to 50, maybe even hit 50 goals. Who knows? But I think he's going to win the Rocket Richard. That shot. Oh my God, that shot. The Vezina Trophy is going to the big man. Yes, you know who. Once traded for Corey Conacher, Ben freaking Bishop. I think Bishop is going to do amazing in Dallas. I have Dallas finishing in the top 3 of the Western Conference. I think he's going to absolutely kill it, and I think he's going to win the Vezina. Now, speaking of Dallas, we're going to go to the Hart Trophy, and it's going to go to my man, my hometown boy, Jamie Benn. I think Ben's going to have a monster year. I think Dallas is going to have a monster year, and I think that he's going to win the Hart. Good guy, Jamie Benn. Good dude. And since we're talking about Dallas, let's go and give the Jack Adams Award to the new head coach, Ken Hitchcock. Again, I think Dallas is going to be so good this year with Radulov, with this whole team that they've created over the offseason and the additions. Obviously, Ben Bishop, Ken Hitchcock, they're going to be a beast, and I think that Ken Hitchcock is going to be a big part of that. He's going to win the Jack Adams. The Patrice Bergeron Award. No, sorry, what was that? Oh, sorry. The Selke is going to go to Nicholas Backstrom. I think it's not going to go to Kessler. It's not going to go to Patrice Bergeron. We're going to change it up this year. It's going to go to Nicholas Backstrom. Do you know that Nicholas Backstrom is like a point-per-game player throughout his whole career? It's pretty impressive. Sorry, not quite a point per game. He's got 728 points in 734 games. Sorry. As for the last individual trophy, we got the Lady Byng, and kind of a shot in the dark. I want to change it up a little bit. I think Mikael Granlund, however you want to pronounce it, of the Minnesota Wild, is going to win the Lady Byng trophy. He has all the qualities of a Lady Byng trophy winner, so why not? Here's my predictions of how the conferences are going to pan out. Now, don't kill me in the comments. These are probably 85% wrong. This is just kind of how I feel. Again, bold predictions. Keyword here, bold. I think the top 3 in the East is going to be Tampa, Pittsburgh, Washington. I think Tampa is going to have a ridiculous year. I think it's all going to come together for them, and you're going to understand why in a couple of moments when I tell you what the Stanley Cup Final is going to look like. Again, bold. This is probably not going to happen. Now you can see in the basement, I got New Jersey, Detroit, Philadelphia, and then kind of on the outside looking in, Boston and Carolina. Now that was a little bit iffy, but I decided to throw it in there just for fun. In the West, we got Edmonton, Dallas, and Chicago for your top 3. And the very bottom, you got the Vancouver Canucks. Yes, my Vancouver Canucks. You got Colorado and Las Vegas right behind the Canucks. Now the Canucks are in for a bad year. I mean, I'm hoping it's better than it is, but you're going to be seeing a lot of this, what you're seeing on the screen right now. You're going to be seeing a lot of that. It's just not going to be that great for Vancouver this year, and that's why I have them in the basement. But even if they finished very last, 30 points behind everyone, they're probably going to end up picking 5th. But I have Edmonton, Dallas, Chicago at the top. And for the Stanley Cup Final, all right, for the Cup Final, I have Tampa Bay versus the Edmonton Oilers. Now, notice how I didn't talk about McDavid or Draisaitl or anything, because I wanted to leave that for this little segment here. Now, I have Edmonton because I think they're just so close. I think they're just ready. They're so close. And I think it's not going to be this year. I think they're going to get to the Stanley Cup Final, and they're going to lose. And it happened in Pittsburgh with Crosby. You really got to learn how to lose before you know how to win. They lost in the Stanley Cup Final to Detroit, and they came back the next year, and then they beat the Wings to obviously win the Stanley Cup in 09. So I think it's going to be Edmonton's turn very, very soon, but it's not going to be this year. I have Tampa Bay edging them, and I'm going to say in 6 games. Why not? I'm going to say 6 games, they get rid of the Edmonton Oilers. Again, bold. I think Stamkos is going to have a big year. I think he's really going to bounce back. Kucherov is just going to be an animal for me, which I hope so because he's my keeper in my fantasy league. I think that Tampa Bay is just going to do so well. Vasilevsky is the man, one of the best young goaltenders in the NHL. Top 3 at least. He's an animal. I think Tampa Bay is going to do really well. I think they're going to win another Stanley Cup, the first time since Brad Richards, Vinny LeCavalier, Prospel, if you remember him. Who else is on that team? The Bulin Wall, Nikolai Habibulin. Great name. The last time Tampa won the cup, I was 11. I was just a kid. I was just a wee little guy. Now I'm going to be 24 by the time Tampa wins the next cup because it's happening this year. Bold predictions. Let me know if I'm crazy, which you guys are probably going to tell me I am in the comments. Let me know your bold predictions. Let me know who you think is going to win all the awards, who's going to finish top 3 in the conference, and let me just hear some bold predictions. Let's say, I don't know, Daniel Sedin. You think he's going to score 100 points? That's bold. Let me know. You think Erik Karlsson's going to lead the league in scoring? Let me know. I asked you guys on Twitter, and here's some crazy stuff that you guys came up with. You guys are a bit ruthless. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bold predictions.